Hi, I'm Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com, and today we're talking about The Secret, or more exactly, what The Secret forgot to tell you. Now, this book came out a few years ago and The Power has just come out in the last few weeks, so it's an interesting time to revisit what The Secret means and what it meant to people, and also what they didn't tell you, which is very important. So first of all, I should say that this book, The Secret, really did have an effect on me at the time. I was pretty much stuck in the daily grind of an IT job, and I wasn't looking up towards what I wanted to do with my life. And I think this book, for many people, really helped them focus on what they actually wanted to do with their life. Because one of the important things about the whole law of attraction is that you have to decide what you want. So that was actually a really good thing for me, identifying what I actually wanted. And I wanted to be an author. So that was my kind of my mantra, you know, I'm an author, I'm creative, and yeah, I want to be a best-selling author. So that was what I wanted, and probably, you know, that's something you want as well. So I identified that a few years ago, really, when I got into The Secret. But the principles that they teach in the book are incomplete. So they teach 3 principles in the book: to ask, to believe, and to receive. And basically the law of attraction is about, you know, if you decide what you want, you ask for it, you believe you're going to have it, you receive it gratefully into your life, you act as if it's already there, then it will manifest for you in your life. Now, you know, there are some great things in that, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But the one thing I guess I found is that, you know, I decided I wanted to be an author. I was going to believe I was going to do it, and then according to The Secret, it would just manifest. But what they didn't tell you is that you actually have to act in order for the law of attraction, I guess, to manifest in your life. Nothing in the world, in the universe, is going to manifest a New York Times best-selling novel for you just by you believing in it. You actually have to sit down and do the work, and it's going to take some time. It's going to take years, in fact. People who actually make it that far, who haven't given up along the way, are people who've worked really hard, and don't let anyone tell you anything else. It's very hard work to write a book and to get it there and to promote it and all of those things. So you can't just sit there and go, universe, give me a New York Times bestseller. That doesn't work. Now, some of the principles in The Secret are very, very good. For example, being grateful for where you are right now. This is really important for authors. So often we're thinking about the future, going, oh, you know, one day I'll be rich and famous, that we forget about the journey along the way. So being grateful for things that happen every day is fantastic, and I, you know, totally believe in that. The book also talks about getting rid of limiting thoughts, which is really important as well, because if you think, oh, I'm terrible, everything's awful all the time, you won't get very far and you will give up along the way. If you keep going, oh, no one will ever publish me, you know, my writing is awful, I'll never improve, all these things, they will stop you. So getting rid of those limiting thoughts is very important. I also like the principle of doing what brings you joy, because I think I'd got to a point in my life where I'd kind of forgotten that. I'd forgotten that life is meant to be lived and enjoyed, and, you know, and meant to be wonderful, and I was kind of stuck in that grind, and I really needed to lift my head up and look at what was around me and what was out there and how amazing life is. So I think, you know, really concentrating on what brings you joy is important. Now hopefully for you, writing is part of what brings you joy, and, you know, I decided that I was going to focus on that. Writing and reading are things I absolutely love, and probably you too. I also do subscribe to the concept that there is a world, a universe of ideas out there that we can tap into, that basically there is an unlimited supply of input if we just make ourselves open to it and open to experience, that we can then write out in what we create as people. So I really do believe that if we do open ourselves to experience, that will happen, and that's a principle that's in The Secret as well. So those are some of the things I think are good about The Secret, and also some of the things they're missing. So I do recommend The Secret. It did help me when I was kind of a bit stuck in my life, but I urge you to remember what they forgot to tell you, which is that you have to act and you have to write in order to get your New York Times best-selling book out there. So thank you. I'm Joanna Penn from thecreativepenn.com.